Hello, Jeff here with A Taste for Whiskey, and thank you for joining us as we are once again back. We've taken a little bit of a hiatus, but man, it's great to be back with my good friend Chef Jason.
Hello.
And my good friend Derek.
Hi.
And I'll tell you guys, while it's been a long time, I'm excited to get back into food and whiskey.
Yeah, it's a great summer evening. We're going to enjoy some good food with some good whiskey.
Well, and this might surprise you. We've done a lot of really cool perfect pairs, we like to call it. Do some really good perfect pairs. But today, our whiskey of the day is going to be, ta-da, Mellow Corn. Mellow Corn whiskey.
Nobody's seen that coming, right?
You know, we're going all out, folks. We're going elegant right now.
Elegant.
Right, Chef?
Yeah.
So, but we've got something really cool to talk to you a little bit about this Mellow Corn. And talk to you a little bit first, what is corn whiskey? So corn whiskey is really anything that has to be at least 80% corn, right?
80%.
80%. And then anything after that, it can be, the remainder can be barley, it can be rye, it can be wheat, it can be anything. But it at least has to be 80% corn. But here's the difference between corn whiskey and bourbon. And that is, bourbon, has to be aged in, new charred oak barrels. Well, corn whiskey cannot be aged in new charred oak barrels. It doesn't even have to be barreled, but if you are going to age it, it has to at least be in either new oak barrels that's uncharred, or it has to be in used barrels. So actually, Mellow Corn is a 4-year bottled and bond. Actually, it has to be 4 years, but it's a bottled and bond 4-year corn whiskey that is aged in Heaven Hill used barrels.
Here's
Who
what
would have
I
ever
see.
thought?
Who doesn't love a good 80s kind of looking label with a nice plastic cap on the top, right? You can't go wrong.
That's what drew me to Mellow Corn. That, and besides the name.
But you can't go wrong because Indiana's known for corn, right?
That's exactly right.
So Mellow Corn kind of just goes with this theme.
Absolutely. So before we talk about why we're really here, and that is what you can do with Mellow Corn whiskey besides just drink it, guys, let's get a little sample of this and just see what we think. I mean, we're used to some bourbon, we're used to rye whiskey. Well, let's see where this Mellow Corn takes us, right? So what are you getting on the nose, Chef?
Right off the bat, you get a little of the sweetness. I smell the sweetness and crispness.
Yeah.
Sweet and crisp.
Yeah, absolutely. What are you getting?
Well, you get corn. It's a corn whiskey, and there's definitely corn notes there.
That's right.
But
That's
I think
exactly
that
right.
would go without saying, but that's what jumps out.
Yeah, I get a little bit of vanilla. Some vanilla and almost sort of like a fresh, like green corn stalk.
Yeah, and we were just talking about this. You're driving down the country road and you have the windows down. You smell the nice, fresh, sweet corn, and that's the flavor and the notes you get from it.
I agree. Well, fellas, let's go right into this and see where this takes us. Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Cheers. Well, it's sweet. It's like sweet corn with a little bit of vanilla dabbed on it. Maybe some sweet butter.
Yeah.
Exactly, and I was thinking like the sweet cream butter. Yes.
It's not overly complex.
It tastes a little bit about how this bottle looks. Now, you can drink this neat. I don't know if it's a good neat drinker by itself, but it's not undrinkable.
I tell you though, here's the surprise in all of this is when Chef and we were talking, Derek, Chef and I got to talking one time, and all of a sudden, Chef Jason came up with this idea he goes, I could use this as a dressing. And my first thought was, Mellow Corn, even straight up, isn't something that is first on my list as far as a whiskey I want to go to. But to think of it in a dressing?
Yeah, that was my first thought because food's my first thought anyway. And so when I tasted this, I tasted that sweet, that crisp, you know, and it to me was like, oh, this is going to go good with chicken and a nice summer salad, even if you drink it with the salad. So I was thinking, why not make it into a vinaigrette?
Wow. Well, this is the salad that our good chef has put together, and it looks phenomenal. What do we have here, Chef?
Well, first, the greens is just a spring mix of greens, and then we have some watercress. For you that don't know what watercress is, it's more of a radishy, mustard-tasting green that will give you a nice crispness and a nice tartness there. And then we have the toppings are toasted pecans, some blue cheese crumbles, some smoked bacon crumbles.
Wow.
Indiana sweet corn.
Right.
So, you know, it took some Indiana sweet corn off the cob and seared it in a pan. You have grilled peaches. Grilled peaches right now are very popular.
Man.
Peaches are in season. And we even took some of the vinaigrette we made and dressed that peach. And then we marinated some chicken. And I'm going to talk about using the vinaigrette as a marinade as well.
Wow.
And so, yeah, it's and a little bit of red onion.
So I got to say, so we're going to ruin this with mellow corn?
No,
what are we
we're
gonna
not
do?
going to ruin it. We're going to enhance it.
Okay, so what do you got for us, Chef?
So
How's this going to work?
Let's get started.
All right,
so,
here. I'll
I
take
love
this
how
out
you
here.
see something that nobody else sees
Well,
in food and whiskeys.
you know, and I
That's
love talking about food, right? And you know, that's where my palate of being with the food, I can taste those notes and stuff and smell those notes in the whiskey as well. So let's go ahead.
This is great. So while he's kind of getting things set up here, you know, one of the things that we're going to continue to do is just sort of this perfect pair. We've just really loved pairing whiskeys into food and even doing the salad dressing that Chef has come up. So if you have any ideas, please email us at atasteforwhiskey@gmail.com, and we'd love to try to put something together for you. All right, Jason.
Well, does this look familiar? Everybody knows what a ball jar is, right? Because
Yep.
Indiana, we're known for ball jars and canning. So we're going to start off with the ball jar. You notice I'm not using a bowl and a whisk because we're going to do something a little different. So,
all right.
well, yeah, I got everything measured out, ready to go. This is the corn whiskey right here, going right in the jar first.
So that's legit, Derek.
Look at that, 4 tablespoons of corn whiskey right
That's-
there.
4 tablespoons.
We're not just a dab of corn whiskey here. That's
then
mellow
we're-
corn, right?
Mellow corn right there. And then it's not even cooked. We're not cooking alcohol out of it. We're putting it nice and raw. And we're going to add some apple cider vinegar.
Okay.
So here's our acid ingredient. In any vinaigrette, you have your acid ingredients, your sweet ingredients, and your oil. So, and then we're going to go on and add, this is a little kicker. This is where no sugar, but we're adding maple syrup. So to me, this is going to, you smell this at the end, it's going to smell almost like a bourbon. But it's the corn whiskey. when we're
Talking
adding-
our language.
Yeah. So we're going to pour this right in here like this, the maple syrup.
So we got apple cider vinegar, we got mellow corn,
Yep.
and we got maple syrup.
The smell of that is making me think we need to do a breakfast pairing.
Absolutely.
We're not alcoholics.
Then a little Dijon mustard, just a little.
Oh.
So this is a stabilizer. So this is going to add flavor and make a little thickness. It's going to make the vinaigrette a little thicker.
Oh man.
Of course, we got fresh cracked black pepper. You know, from the mill.
Oh yeah.
You know, and then I always like using this. This is pink Himalayan sea salt. Okay.
That was
Ooh.
on the chocolates.
That's right.
Right.
If you
Oh,
know,
yeah.
if you know, you know.
I
Right.
remember the chocolates.
Truffles.
The truffles.
Yes. And here's the kicker. You know what this is?
Mm-mm.
It's oil, right? It's corn oil. What better flavor to add more corn flavor to the vinaigrette by adding corn oil? So there's a lot of oil here, but every vinaigrette, 2/3 of the vinaigrette's oil.
Okay.
Okay.
So not olive oil.
not olive oil. You can add olive oil, but we're using corn whiskey.
Corn whiskey. With,
I'm a big proponent of adding flavor.
all right.
So see the jar, perfect amount in the jar. See the oil is probably 2/3, and this
Yeah.
is about 1/3 of the rest of the ingredients.
Honestly, that looks awesome. That really looks awesome.
It does.
See the little bubbles in there? Those are the molecules in the oil. By shaking it very vigorously, we're going to make those little bubbles smaller, and it's going to thicken. So give it a shake
Oh,
there.
wow.
I
Derek.
don't know. I just want to get a look
Yeah.
at this. It does.
Look at the layers.
So you got the layer. So you got
Yeah.
right here the vinegar. You got the corn whiskey here at the bottom.
Yeah, and all
Wow.
the seasonings, and then got the oil.
Not a science
Make sure the
project,
lid's on
maybe,
tight,
but
and
it
then
smells good.
You're going to shake this really fast, and you don't have to. You can just keep this in the refrigerator or where, you know, and look at that. You know,
Oh, wow.
There's your vinaigrette.
That looks pretty good.
slash marinade.
Wow.
Because we then took this, you could use it as the vinaigrette on the salad. I also took some raw chicken tenders, and then I took some of the dressing and put it and marinated the chicken tenders in there, raw chicken tenders, and then I grilled those. Along with taking some of the vinaigrette and brushing it on the peaches and grilling the peaches as well. So grilling it and marinating, using it as a basting, you know, because it has the oil and the flavors in there. You use it for all different things.
So really, we've used this mellow corn in all aspects of this dish.
Yes.
Yeah. You do see those nice grill marks on the
Oh,
peaches and everything. Look at that.
That's great.
Then with all the flavors of the smokiness of the corn, the blue cheese, peaches and corn go great together. The sweet corn, the peaches in season. It's a nice light salad with some nice flavors. And then with this dressing and the chicken, you could eat it without the chicken. If you're a vegetarian, you can have it without the chicken, or the bacon. So yeah, it's
Chef,
ready to taste.
I've been ready.
Yeah.
We are ready to dive into this.
Well,
so I'm going to give you your
all right.
portion here. So thankfully, Chef kind of chopped some up for us to give us a nice little sample, so we can let you know.
well,
So again, we take to make sure I get this right. We take a taste of the whiskey, and while that's still kind of really fresh in our mouth, that's
Sure.
when we throw some food on top.
yeah,
Is that right?
Yes, we can do that tonight, or we can just taste it without doing that as well. It's whatever you
Just
want
to
to
kind of give let's you know what?
taste again.
Let's just go right in for everything. Now, do we need to put this on our salad right now, Chef?
No, because I've already dressed it.
It's
And,
already
you
on.
know,
This is excellent.
yeah. So
All right.
you really want to taste a little bit of everything together. You kind of want to put, you know, all together, get the full flavor effect of the whole salad together with the corn whiskey vinaigrette.
So, well, let's just get a flavor of the vinaigrette itself. So we'll take a drink afterwards.
Okay, that's
All
fine.
right,
Yeah.
guys.
We're gonna try a little salad.
So we're going to
first.
try this.
All right.
So we're going to get a little bit of a peach in here,
Try to get a little bit of everything if you can. Yeah.
okay, that's a pretty big bite there, Chef.
It is, I know, but you know what?
Here we go.
Here we go.
Put it all
Cheers.
on the fork at once.
I can't believe this.
Yeah.
There's
it's
some
delicious.
the corn flavor, the sweetness coming out.
So the corn,
Crisp.
the corn, there's just a hint of the mellow corn coming through on this, but it really, it's like it enhances the greens.
Oh, everything in the dish. Yeah, the flavor profile of it is. Yeah.
It's not overly sweet.
No.
So the maple syrup is kind of cut down in this, so you don't really. There's no one flavor that's overbearing any other flavor.
Right, and the watercress that has probably the most powerful flavor,
Yeah.
or the blue cheese
Like
is not overpowering.
That's
anymore.
exactly right.
The walnut.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
perfect. Like everything is balanced.
Let's taste
Yeah.
this with it.
Yeah. Let's taste this. Cheers, fellas. Cheers.
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 Like it enhances the flavor.
Wow. So this is way different now.
Yeah, it is.
After eating the salad. So taking this when we sampled it out, a little bit harsh. Taking this salad, using mellow corn as the base for the dressing, and then coming back to the mellow corn after you've had some of this salad, it is so well balanced, Chef.
I think so.
I absolutely cannot believe this. For this mellow corn whiskey, a corn whiskey that most people would probably pass it up on the shelf, to be honest with you. It's $14, I think, here.
Yeah. That it really mellows it out.
It's fantastic.
Yeah, I like it too. It's great. It's great.
Well, folks, I just want to thank you for joining us. We're really excited to kind of get back to doing this and share with you some cool things. Who would have ever thought we'd be sitting here using mellow corn as a base for a dressing for a salad? Whiskey can pair nicely with food, but I never thought we could use whiskey to pair nicely as a salad dressing without cooking it or anything.
Yeah, yeah.
So, folks, we want to say stick with us. We got some more great videos to come your way, and we hope to see you soon. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers.